Tracy, as well as Niana, as well as Priestess Makala. But guess what? Today we're going to jump into something very interesting. And always, you can go to my webpage, galacticspirallight.com, and look at the recent books that I have already published. And they are on Amazon for you to learn more about what I do as far as Spiral Light and being a priestess, a galactic priestess of Spiral Light. Yeah, try to walk with that one. This has been a difficult one for me, trying to walk with that one. But I'm maintaining because I'm in it to win it. So, with that being said, first of all, let me just start off with this. I cannot stand this new thing that they're doing now. I don't know what it is on what's going on YouTube, but what the hell is YouTube doing? What is this woke folk thing? I don't like that woke folk, and I don't like that word unalive. Unalive sounds like AI. So why is that being put out there? I'm just wondering. Why is that being said? Why is that being put out there? So I have come to think now that all this stuff that's going on, it's just another manipulation of stuff. But, I do agree with a young lady who was, hold on, let me see if I can find it. It's a short video. It's called This Is All Her Fault. And I really like what she had to say, and she put it out there because I don't think a lot of people are thinking about it. But if you want to know more about that short, type it in. It has 31K views to it, and it's all her fault. This is all her fault is the short video. But I like what she had to say, and I like how she said it. There is just too much craziness going on. And here's the thing. There's too many people not aware of what is going on. You're not paying attention. You're just going along with the script, and you're not paying attention. Which is why we're talking today about magnetism. Okay? How do you become more magnetism? I want you to look at that word, magnetism. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and bring it up since I am just looking at everything today. And it's one of those days where I'm like, I've had a wonderful start of the day, had a wonderful session. And this session was awesome because we went and jumped in deeper to removing the J seals. And then we had an epiphany moment when we were doing it. And I said, you know what? This is the seals that they were talking about in Revelations. When a trumpet blows, another seal will break. The 7 seals. I'm going to let you sit with that for a second. Think about that. Think about that. The 7 seals. 7 seals. What do you really think they were talking about? The 7 seals. Mag. If you really look at that, the 7 seals to need to magnetize. Think about it. Okay, to magnetize means charge or supplies with magnet properties. To charge or to supply with magnet properties. To be a magnet means the power to attract. The power to attract iron, steel, that's a magnet, but it's the power to attract. So to become magnetism is the characteristic properties of a magnet. It's all about attraction and power of influence. Okay? Now, I want you to think about something. When I was saying to break the seals, now I did that on here in one of my videos, breaking those seals. And we did it, went through it, and a lot of you felt that energy. And it's all those seals they put on you on the left side of your body that keeps you from going into those higher dimensional realms. They're implants, okay? From the negative zetas, the negative grays, the negative Anunnakis, anyone that was putting things onto you, into your light body field to control you so that you would not be able to go to that higher level. Okay. Here's the thing. When we just kind of, not getting too biblical, that's not what I do. But the only parts of the Bibles that I really, really like is Psalms, like Genesis. I like Matthew's, Ruth, and then I like Revelations. Revelations was like reading a horror movie. It's like, or a horror book, looking at a horror story. Revelations. Because it was so vivid of what was being described and what was being said. How they magnetized that energy. Okay? So I want you to think about this. In that part where it says, each time a trumpet blows, it will break a seal. Seals is here. Talking about us. Talking about the seals here. And when it's breaking those seals, and we're already going through some breaking the seals right now. But when it's breaking those seals, it's actually activating that wheel of light, okay, these wheels of light on a different level so that you can have access to those higher realms. You can't have it if you're locked down. But here's the thing. As we keep moving into the higher realms, vibration and frequency, and as those contracts of those old timelines of what was activated on those timelines are coming undone, that is going to be freeing up a lot of people's skills that are tied into those old contracts. Okay, let me go deeper. So 6,000 something years ago, there was all these contracts on Mother Earth, how to keep human enslaved. Okay, follow? Remember that? Okay, sure you do. Because we keep coming back here to try to clean up this mess. So in that 6,000 period, they kept Mother Earth in this quarantine, okay? Because we had all these other baddies down here running amok, kind of like what they're doing right now. But they're on their way out, but they're putting up a fight to get out. Oh, they're gonna get a chance to get out. Oh yeah, it's gonna be good. Trust me, lovelies. You will not need any popcorn for this. You won't have any time to worry about bubblegum because this is going to be so powerful. What's going to happen? They're not even going to need parachutes to try to get out of here. Oh, yeah, it's going to be a sight to see how it all comes down. But in breaking those seals is how you liberate yourself to go up higher, how you tap in to those higher places, how your gifts become amplified, how your gifts become more divinely aligned, how your gifts become that accelerated energy Okay? So, like I said yesterday, day before that, these timelines, it's going to be jump, jump, jump timelines. And you got to figure out which one you're on. As another part, too, and I I love when I have chit chats with people that are aligned, that get it. They see it and they get it. They understand what the hell's going on. You can see the stuff. And then other people is like talking to a wall that didn't even get the first coat of paint on there. It's just on the primer. So it's like, just can't have those conversations with everyone. But we were diving into some really powerful conversations on gatekeepers. You know, you might find yourself right about now in certain avenues of stuff, you know. Oh, those people that you used to follow like 2, 3 years ago, and you're probably looking at them right about now saying, where are you coming from? What? Kind of tilting your head, questioning what they're saying, what they're doing, how they're acting, what kind of chaotic energy comes up around them when they're talking, and it's almost like they're saying one thing, but they're doing something else, or they're trying to start energy, rolling energy, because they are part of the bigger plan to control the masses, and especially to control a certain group of people. They are not us. They look like us, but they're not us, those people. They're all pretty and look so just everything, and wow, kind of blows your mind. But then when you really kind of look at them, and then when you try to even tap in and connect and try to text or email them, they don't respond to you. Now, lovelies, let's jump into this. The reason why, if you are a divine light worker and you are divinely aligned, you see the shenanigans for what it is. Okay? You see all the stuff. You see all the fake, the phonyism. You see the fear mongering, and then you see the ones that say this and then it's nothing, you know. Um, you see all the stuff. But they see you and they don't want to connect with you because you can expose them. You can expose them. They don't want that. Now, how many of you go back a little bit? Go back in time. Go back to the times when you were hop bopping around, going into all those spiritual groups and stuff. You felt magnetized or drawn into a group to go be a part of that group. Okay? And then you get into that group, and there's always one or two that scan the group. They want to make sure they can control the group. They don't want anybody in that group that can see them for what they really are and expose them. If they see that, they're going to come after you and try to expose you, and it's not even expose you. They're going to try to put you on the spot to see how they can tap into your energy and make you feel uncomfortable around them. So you will either leave on your own or you'll put up with what they're doing, but you won't ever come forward and say anything. You'll never speak out against them because they got to look like they have all that power. Oh, well, keep following what I'm saying. Okay? So you just kind of, you notice it. Know how they tap in. Then when you leave out of the group and you go home and you already been at the gathering and stuff, and you know it felt a little off, and you come home Or even if you're, let me back up. Let me go back into the group. You're still in the group. You're hanging out in the group, but you keep noticing how you don't feel right. You don't feel like you're aligned in the group. Okay, but you also feel like someone always kind of trying to get into your head space. Always feels like someone tapping into your space, like an invisible spider. Have you ever felt that? Like you kind of go like this, trying to swat it away. You'd be trying to figure out what the hell is that. Now, I was taught that's somebody trying to tap into your space, trying to find out what you know, trying to get into your energy. They searching like a little technical spider, getting all up in there. Just gotta get in there. This is why you see some people who have their medicine, know what they're doing. They wear a head wrap. They cover it. They cover their head. Okay. When I come on here, I do my work. I'm not worried because I do things after I'm off. There's things that I do afterwards that takes care of stuff. And then if anybody comes up in my space that's trying to be all that, oh yeah, Draconis, I have something waiting for you. You won't like it. But they will. They will be taken well care of. They will, yeah, their appetites will be taken care of. So these energies of these people, they magnetize. They draw you in. They draw you in, you come in, and then it's just when you start lifting up higher in your power and you start really being empowered within yourself, you start seeing the energy for what it really is. Now, we're already starting to see a lot of this energy shifting now, but wait till we get to next month. And wait till we get to October and November. November is going to be off the hook. Well, let me stay directed. Because I was kind of looking at everything about the energy of to magnetize something, to be a magnet. This is a very easy alchemy, magical way to be. The one true formula to this is you have to believe it. So if you were to say, and you know what? I'm going to use a vampire as an example. Okay? In all the movies, vampires are depicted as these alluring beings, rather as male or female. They can lure you in with their talk, their voice. They can lure you in with their eyes. They lure you in with the way they just kind of tilt their head and look at you type of thing. And then you get pulled in. They magnetize on you. They become that influence magnet. Okay? You can see that also played out in everything right now. Everybody's magnetizing. Okay, you follow where I'm going with this, right? So, the ones that are being influenced magnetizers, their whole job is to pull you in to what they're magnetizing, to what they are influencing you to see. Now let's just break this down. We're gonna go in here. We're gonna really break this down today, lovelies, because I really want you to see how easy this really is. Give her the first person. You are welcome. I want you to see how powerful magnetism is, and why there's some that can just do it simply just walking into a room, and why others who are magnetizing beings don't know that they are. But they're also wondering why certain things come towards them like this. So let's just take this. We talked about this before, but I want you to look at this. So, and I watched it today happen in a parking lot. I said, okay, I'm going to park my car on this side. As I go in and go grab these meds for the little one, I'm going to park my car over here. There's hardly any cars here. Hardly any cars. Right? I'll park my car right there. All right. I said, now watch. Because of the energy, and because when you get in your vehicle, whatever light energy you emanate, you imprint on it. All right? All of us do this. I go in, take care of what I got to take care of. Now, lovelies, keep in mind, there's a little bit of a, how do I say this? You got to kind of tweak your magnetism a little bit, because if you don't, you're going to be breaking stuff. Or certain things can't operate around you. And it can be kind of funny. You can knock it out and be wondering, what the hell is going on? So I go inside, and this was today, because I knew I have to come on and do this teaching about magnetizing. So I go inside and I go pick up the meds and stuff, and I pick up a couple other things. I said, well, let me grab these two things while I'm here, and then I'll go up in the front and I'll pay for it. Okay, never done this at this particular CVS. It's like when you walk into CVS is like a place like, I guess, a dead tunnel or something. I don't know. Like everything, walking into CVS is like walking into a tomb. It just goes, no energy. It's just, okay. It's really weird. So I get the couple items and go into the front. There's no cashiers up at the front. They only have the machines. Nobody's on the cashier, but the cashier that should be up at the front helping people, she's helping people check out at the machine instead of her ringing people up at the register. And I'm like, so I'm standing there and I see the other one next to it, and it's only for card and the other one's for cash. And I'm looking. Hi, Jack Bar. I'm looking. And I'm like, okay. So I walk up to the other one and I decide to ring my stuff up, but I'm thinking about what I'm talking about, magnetism, thinking about all the stuff that's being magnetized today and things that are being expanded, and magnetism, what is attracting, what like energy is attracting to what like energy, what's going on. And I'm looking at all that and I'm saying to myself, God, this is crazy. And I'm just thinking, get up to the little cash register AI machine, whatever we want to call this thing. I'm not consenting to it. I just don't care anymore. And I'm ringing stuff. I ring up the first two items, but then it doesn't take this other item. And the whole thing, because I'm standing in front of it, goes whoop. And so then the lady turns around, and she finished helping this elder couple. They're done. She goes, oh, it looks like wow, it just shut itself off. It just went off. I said, I'm just standing. I know what's happening. She goes, oh, okay. So she's there punching in all her code things. I said, and in my mind, I'm saying, all right, you listen to me, you little AI. Just because they got you signed up to be taking people's physical jobs and stuff doesn't mean that you should think you own everything around here, because you don't. You work for us. Just get that straight right now. Now, she's typing in codes on you, trying to get you to come back up. I have somewhere to be, and I got things to do, and I'm getting hungry. You got 3 seconds to turn your ass back on and take this, or I'm going to show you you're going to have a bad weekend. Your wires are going to be gone. That thing, and she goes, oh, it popped back on. And she goes, oh, well, let me ring. I said, no, that's already rung up. It already got that. I'm trying to get this one in. And she goes, oh, okay, well, I said, I got it. It's going to take it now. Bloop. I said, yeah, you better take that. So I ring it up. She said, oh, you can only put a card in here. I said, uh-huh. So I put my card in. I said, yeah, who the fuck do you think you're messing with? Take this money. I was just doing that. I said, and I pull it out and said, don't you forget, you work for us. It ain't the other way around. Give me my receipt. And I walk out, and I'm like, terrible. Just terrible. Yes. You will find out that as you go up in your frequency, your vibrations, lovely, that certain IA things can't handle your energy. Just knock them out. But yet still we casually say, oh, it's a kind of weird thing happening. So, are you ready? This is why we're talking about magnetism. Are you ready? So then, I said, I'm hungry. I leave there. I go over and I said, I think I want a gyro. I would love to have a Greek gyro. Let me go get one. Have all the veggies and stuff on it. I want a Greek gyro. So I walk in. Only one person in there. Eating her lunch. I walk in. I said, oh, yes. And put my order in. He rings it up. Boop. Not just his one register, but the other one went down. And he goes, okay, let me ring this up again. I go back into my mind. I said, you still don't get the message, do you, AI? Just because I'm walking around going to different places, now you're going to come up in here and go bloop. Let me tell you something. You work for us. It ain't the other way around. Like, you better come back up. So the guy, he's young man trying to get things up. He goes on and he's, okay, I'm going to put both of them up and see which one pops on first. They both pop on at the same time after I say that in my mind. He goes, oh, I get to pick and choose. Okay. Oh, there you go. He rings me up. I'm laughing on the inside. I'm saying, oh, look at this. The AIs are like reading people's energy, and if your energy is too strong for that AI, it can't handle it. It goes boom. It loses itself. I said, oh, hell yes. Yeah. So he makes my food, puts it all together. And I'm thinking, okay, grab it, driving, and I'm laughing my ass off. Because that was 2 places that I went into where that freaking happened. And I'm like, okay, I know I did my salt scrub this morning. I did my calling in to my divine self, tapping in, how can I be of service? I got my smudge on. I got all my oils on. I got my crystals on. Hell yes to the high yes, I'm amped up. And I'm just like, I think everybody needs to be amped up. Everybody needs to understand how powerful they really are. And it's all about just simple little things like that is showing you how strong you are. And like, you just put it out. You just like, boop. And then you go in your mind and you send out that thought wave, because that's an electrical current. It's going to feed that. It's going to bounce into their BioWare. and take that and read it. And it's going to be that. So yes! That's what I'm talking about, Shay. That's what I'm talking about. Yes! Be prepared, all of you, that this stuff is going to start happening, okay? It'll be subtle. Now, here's why we're talking about this today. Okay, now pay attention. As you keep moving through and you're doing your work and you're getting yourself in alignment and you keep tapping into that higher timeline, okay? Now, everyone's like, how do I know if I'm tapping into higher timeline? Honey, you don't have to know where you're tapping in at. You just have to make sure you consent to the higher divine timelines. When I leave the home, I get in the car and start up. I call in a divine shield of light around the car when I'm driving. Because everybody that's driving a car, it don't mean they in their body driving it, okay? Especially on a freaking Friday. Friday is crash day, okay? So I always make sure I do that. And then I tap in. I like to start working right away. 7th, 8th, 9th dimension. I want to get things done. I need to be on 9th dimension. 9th dimensional tapped in energy. Now, here's the thing. I tell myself that my soul energy is not limited. So my soul knows it has free realm. It's not going to be limited. So if I say I want to tap into 9, I'm tapped into 9. I'm not letting some other person or a thing outside of me tell me different. And when we talk about when you align to something, you are magnetizing with intention to be magnetized into that. You have to 100% believe it and step into it and own it. Okay? It is not about, I think I can. No. You either have it or you don't. You're either magical or you're not. One of the two. You're either tapped in or you're not. There is no in between. Okay? You have to own it. So I was just like, wow. If I'm doing this, I could just imagine other people are doing the same thing. You're tapping in. And you're seeing that your energy is overriding the artificial AI. Now you got to remember, a lot of the artificial AI stuff has to keep going through upgrades. Okay, because they got to stay caught up, because they don't get the upgrades, they start what? They start having issues. They too much, how do they say, broadband has to be maintained in order for them to operate. Okay, so when we talk about magnetism, how are you magnetizing yourself? Because we can magnetize, because you know how I am. Okay. We can talk about magnetism. Okay. Magnet. All right. When you run your water through a coil copper, you create structured water. But then when you add a magnet to it, you magnetize it. So you become this. You become magnetized in such a way that whatever you think, feel, hold, you become magnetized. Because what? What is the difference? Oh, I'm sorry. Nope. Kind of. What is the difference? You've imprinted that energy upon yourself. So you draw it. So here we go. If you say, I am drawing to me, I am magnetizing, I am now materializing. Gotta remember, what's my biggest pet peeve? Words. What's the energy vibration of a word? You gotta start checking the energy vibration of a word, because that makes all the difference in the world of how you are magnetizing. What are you thinking? What are you saying? What is your whole auric field doing? This is why yesterday when I was telling you, yeah, it's kind of interesting. Whenever I'm getting hot and I start feeling hot, I'll think, I need some cool air. Then the air conditioner just pops on. And I'm like, because thought travels faster than light itself. So it went and literally, the energetic thought, the expansion of the auric field, caused it to pop on. So when you are walking in magnetism and you have yourself as a magnet, what are you attracting? And sometimes, just to draw it even more, I tell people, wear a magnet on yourself until you can get that you are like a freaking magnet. Now, here's the problem. What are you going to magnetize? What are you going to draw to you? Is it going to be good or bad? Because what is your expectation of what you are receiving? What are you expecting? I expected, when I stepped up and the whole machine just went, and I said, oh, no, you're not doing this right now. And I went into thought and I said, you won't turn the hell back on. Because you only got half my order. No. I run you. You don't run me. I am DI, divine intelligence. You just an AI, artificial. Let's get that straight. Who's more royal? I'm more royal. I overrule you. That's how we have to hold ourselves when we're dealing with these AI energy. You are that divine intelligent magnet being. What you say goes. It is not the other way around. Although they want you to believe that. They want you to think that we're going to be, I don't know, Terminators. Being in Terminator 1, 2, 3, and 4. How many movies did they make of Terminator? Still was all about Terminator. I'll be back, you know. So how are you setting yourself up, imprinting yourself? Hi, lovely. How are you doing it? When this magnet, when you hold this magnet and you got it in your, on you, is this magnet sitting here saying, well, I don't know what I'm going to attract today. I'm just going to kind of just hang out in your pocket, I guess. Oh, don't put your cell phone next to me. That's not good. Oh, don't put a credit card next to me. That's not good. I'll wipe that out. Just leave me by myself in a pocket, okay? When you're holding a magnet, its number one thing, it already knows what it's going to do. Attract. Nothing else. It already knows what it's going to do. So here's the question for you. What are you going to do? What are you attracting? What are you doing? What are you imprinting so that you're attracting it? Now, we've done our 15 days, our 30 days. We've done all our rituals. And by the way, our water rituals are definitely working, because someone did their water and their creek was dry. And she gave her water to a dry creek. And the next day, a storm came in. I think it started raining that night. Rained all day and her whole creek filled up. Got water in it. Now don't come up here acting as though you don't know what your power is and what you are capable of. You are be so light. Be soul light. Be the soul of your light. Here's where you learn to claim that and step into yourself. Not outside yourself, inside, step into you. So when we talk about the next 4 days, hi lovelies, what are you drawing in? What are you magnetizing? What is it? What are you drawing in? What is it that you still feel the need to attract? What are you attracting? What is the core influencing line that is going down the wheel of lights, down the center of you, that you're attracting? Because if you're feeling congested in any of your wheels of light, I would highly suggest you get that cleaned up. Release that. And when we talk about tapping into higher timelines and positive timelines, those timelines are what you deem them to be for you. You can't be on Bobby Sue's timeline because Bobby Sue has her own timeline. Bobby Sue might still have not figured out that she's really gifted and she's still in the closet trying to figure herself out. So she's playing around 9 to 5 to stay alive. And that's what she's doing. Because she's too afraid to step out of the closet and own what she has as her gifts and what she wants to do. Because she's let others tell her that she can't do it. That is called demagnetizing. To be demagnetized. Someone's going to demagnetize you because they don't want you to what? Be true to yourself? What? Step out and do it? The only thing that fails is if you don't try. If you don't do it. If you don't heed the call. If you don't show up. So you got demagnetized. Because you were being magnetized, doing all your stuff. You felt good until you came along and somebody came along and said, oh no, you can't do that. I've never heard of that before in my life. You're going to do what? That's just crazy. Here you are, just by yourself. There you go. In order to keep this, you have to stay and be the influencer of that. No matter what you're thinking of, what you want to do. And no matter what is going on around you. So needless to say, I forgot to tell you, when I came out of the CVS, there was all these cars around my car. I'm like, damn, really? Really? So what is the lingo? Thank you. What are you programming yourself? What is your dialogue programming influencing you to magnetize or not to magnetize? Are you magnetized or demagnetized? Which is it? Because Shay is magnetized. Hell, she got free gas. Come on. Some of you have powerful words up in here. Jaguar. Jaguar is all about, I see everything coming in, but they don't see me. But I stand very strong in my power of who I am before I pounce and take action. Pearly is all about, I am the falcon I see as I fly over and I see. My vision is sharp. I see. But I also have the divine pearl of compassion and love of the divine mother within me to be in balance as I see. Oh, you got these names. And you got medicine in your names. What are you doing with it? How are you taking that? Yes. Look at that. Look at the medicine. What magnetized you towards it? What brought your attention there? What influenced you to look at that? There you go. Some of you are walking, thank you, in your divineness, but you don't want to give yourself credit. You're trying to play it safe and small. Well, gosh, I don't know how to tell you this. Those times are over, lovely. There is no more playing it safe and small. You're either going to shine, step in, and allow yourself to magnetize. Don't allow others to demagnetize you. Don't allow your old beliefs of yourself, of things that's happened in the past, through a person, place, thing, or situation, to demagnetize you. We've all had that. And here's the thing. If you're on earth right now at this time, you're about to graduate in a big way. Because it takes a lot of inner power to be here on this planet with these xenomorphs. It takes a lot to keep standing with your shield of light. You got your sword up. You're going in. You're representing the divinity. And that's what you're standing for. All shapes, sizes, colors, doesn't matter what your beliefs are. You know what you're representing. And then you constantly have to keep striking all the artificial beings who have no light, who are all about demagnetizing you. Because when you magnetize and you are tapped into the imprinted of that blueprint of the self, the matrix of your magnetism, and you know and you understand yourself, you're not afraid of yourself. You understand with yourself. That's that magnetism. When you speak with your divine Heka, and you speak in other words out, that is magnetism. When you speak, the universe automatically says, they're listening. When you run your thought and you go into that crown and up into that soul star and you speak from there, everybody that is in the divinity hears you. This is where we are entering in. We went through that Lion's Gate door. Now I'm going to back it up. Back it up. I'm going to back it all the way up. Let's go back to when April, when we had that solar eclipse event. The event. There was a whole lot of stuff going on with that. That was already a doorway checking in of other energies coming in alignment with that. That is now the notice of I want to see who knows themselves, who's powered up and who's not. All the unseens walking around us, watching to see if you standing true to yourself. They watching. They came in with that. And as we keep evolving and getting higher into those frequencies, you have a choice to make. You have to honor the self. You have to stay true to the self. And you cannot allow anything outside of yourself that does not have a soul, that does not have divinity, that does not have love, that does not have these things, anything like that, demagnetize you. Take away your divinity. Take away your influencing of beauty and love. To be that, to walk that, to hold that energy, to expand it. When we talk about being a magnet, it simply means this. You already know that you're that. That you already know. What do you think when snap the fingers? What do you think that's all about? First, it's a sound. It's an action. But there's a vibration with it. When you snap the fingers, number one thing that's taught in being a spiral light practitioner, you got to know how to snap. And let me tell you, I had a couple of people that were like, I said, no, you got a whole week to practice snapping. Because you're snapping. Damn, I just turned off. Hold on a second. Come back up. Your snapping is an activator. Okay? It's an activation. When you snap, it's magnetizing. That means you don't even have to say a word. It's like cats acting all like nanotechnology is taking over their furry ball selves. I was like, would not have that here. That snap. It's saying, done. I expect this. And nothing less. Nothing less. Period. That's magnetism. That is owning it. That is being it. So, today, or tonight, or this evening, whatever timeline that you might be in across the United States or around the world, you are going to practice being a magnet. What is that like? Then I want you to take a piece of paper. Oh, sorry. That has changed. No paper. I like it. I'm going to upscale them. Okay. No paper, no. Okay, fine. You're going to take just a pencil. And you're going to use that. Let's just say this is a pencil. And you are just going to write in your auric field, because it's all around you, things that you are going to attract for that day. Keep it simple. Don't be trying to, I want to attract Billy D. Williams. I date with him. I know he's in Europe somewhere, probably working on an art piece. Doesn't know me from Adam, but I'd like to see him sometime tomorrow at 3 p.m. California time. Not going to happen. Okay. Sorry. I know I'm not going to be able to have Billy D. Williams show up here at 3 p.m. tomorrow because he's in Europe. Plane out there. So you're going to keep it simple. And I want you to influence yourself to be affluent. Let me say that again. I want you to influence yourself to be affluent. Now, what does affluence mean? To be affluent means this: plentiful, flowing, abundance, flowing. I want you to influence yourself to be affluent, to be in the flow, to be in that flow. Okay? This is the trick. I want you to master this. And I want you to keep it small and simple. Like Shay, she went in and dated with the gas and got free gas. There you go. She had the pump. Somehow it went off. She got free gas. Influence. Where are you going to show up at and be? Instead of being a part of, say, like going into a grocery store and there's all this, this is on sale, and people walking, doing all of that. You're going to walk in and you're just going to influence. How do you want to influence? Do you want to send that positive energy out and just have, when people are in front of something, you got to get over there and get it, and they're just standing there unable to make up their minds, I'm going to influence you to step to the right so I can get in to get what I need. And just hold that thought and watch how they move. Or are you going to influence maybe a baby that's having a hard time? And you influence the energy of abundance of love around the baby so it can feel comfortable until the needs of that child is met. If it's to get a diaper change or is hungry and get some food, whatever that is. Instead of when we hear a baby's high-pitched, we go, ooh, where's that baby? Who's the parents? We go, ooh. Because when a baby cries, it has a high frequency sound. And that baby, when it cries, is saying, look, I am tired. You are walking around in this godforsaken store with all these other people in here. I don't know who they are. I have a wet diaper on and I'm hungry. I need to be taken care of right now. So when the baby lets that frequency out, that child gets attention right away, because this isn't going to work. Nope. You're all about, I got to get the baby to the car. I got to take care of the baby. So how are you going to be in flow? I want you to master that. Magnetism. And if you need a little help with that, pick yourself up a magnet. Get yourself some of these hematite magnets. I love these things. These things are great. I got so many of them. I've got a lot of these things. I do. So you get these, and I want you to just take one, put it in your pocket. Okay? Put it in your pocket and see what happens. See what you're attracting. Program it. Say, okay, you are a magnet. This is what I'm going to influence you to do today. I need to keep my energy magnetizing. How am I going to magnetize? So when you're out and about magnetizing, please make sure that you are showered up well and you got your oiled up and you have done some beautiful self-talk to yourself in the beautiful divine mirror. That's right, your divine mirror. Did you name your mirror? Or is it just a mirror that's in the bathroom? Did you give it a name? Oh, I'm sorry. Is this news to you? You can't just be walking past mirrors and don't give it a name. You should give it a name. The divine mirror. I'm talking to myself in my divine mirror. Got your attention, don't I? Don't you just love it? I come up with so many interesting things. It just comes, I'm like, that's different. I like that. Divine mirror. Show up and be in front of your divine mirror. Who are you looking at? Your divine self. There you go. Oh, that was good. All right, self. So, program, step into that. And then tomorrow, we're going to come back and do day 2 of magnetizing. But you have to set it up first. I want you to set yourself up. What are you going to be influencing, being affluent? What's the magnetism that you're drawing in? Let that just be that beautiful divine magic that you're pulling in. And it gives you something to think about. It really does. It's going to make you think. So let's look at what we have forgotten. What is the key? So now you have your homework assignment. We're only going to do this until the full moon. Okay? Ooh, I like this. A hero's journey. A hero's journey. A hero has to jump through, shouldn't say jump through, walks through a door of opportunity, and sometimes a door not knowing. Notice how this hero card has a number 9 on it. Interesting. So this hero card says, descending into the temple. Descending into the temple. This is a place where we go inside the temple for the prayers, the connection, being into the temple. What is in your temple? How do you want to influence, be in the temple of that? Okay. So with that being said, I am inviting each and every one of you, if you don't have a magnet, you can find magnets anywhere. But this is a part of that activating yourself, magnetizing. If I can get you to see yourself unlimited, break past limitational thoughts, break you out of that doubt, break you from that. You'll keep expanding yourself and you'll go into that. And that was one of the things I learned about myself with a friend of mine back in the day. God, that was way back in probably 2005, 2007. I don't know. But I remember I was like, do you think I can take this and put it like a number of something and put it on the water and I can program it like that and da-da-da-da? And she's like, no, you can't just put that number right now like that and program it. It has to have a frequency with it. Like a machine or something? Yeah, a machine has to put that frequency in the water for it to have that. I go, really? I go, no, I can do that. She goes, okay, Felicia, you and your mind, you go right ahead. What do I do now? I put frequencies all in water. And I didn't let that thought process of her scientific thought process tell me different. I said, no, I can do that because what? Frequencies are around us 24/7. They're in the air. They are a current. And all you have to do is tap in. And when you tap in, you have access to it. When you give yourself permission to tap in, you have access to it. You're not going to have access if you're hiding out in the closet playing kumbaya. That's not going to happen. That's where you're going to stay. You're going to stay with kumbaya. That's it. But once you finally say to yourself, I give myself permission, and I'm now allowing myself to tap into this, what happens? Things start changing. You become this. So that's everyone's homework assignment. I hope you enjoyed today's chit chat, and I hope it took you out of your comfort zone and brought you into a very influenced part of yourself. Because that was my whole intention. Because I did what? I drew you in. I magnetized you. Now I'm expecting you to go out there with your own self, magnetize yourself, and be influenced and create. Off you run now. Go do it. Chop, chop. Why are you still hanging out here? Why aren't you going? All right, lovelies. I will see you tomorrow. We'll do day 2 of Magnetize. All right? So be good to yourselves. Can't wait to see what you're going to do. And don't forget, it works really well in Dream World too. Bye.